ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Stonehearth. I hope you're having a wonderful day, because I did say this game would be returning to the channel at some point in the future, and this is Alpha 20. We begin in the settlement of New Nerdingham with our 7 Hearthlings. We have Anne, Barry, Beth, Gary, Harry, Larry, and Terry, and... That's the first time I've read that list of names, and it's better than I'd even imagined. Anyway, we begin with some basic resources. We have the Carpenter's Saw. We should also, around here somewhere, have a Farmer's Hoe, which is inside of Barry at the moment, and there is a Herbalist's Staff inside of Harry at the moment. We haven't actually started with any weapons, because we can make them using the Carpenter's Saw. So we're going to assign some jobs to begin with, and I'm thinking that me carpenter is going to be quite important. So Terry, you mate, are going to be the carpenter, if you don't mind. We're going to get Larry, I reckon, to be a farmer, and we're going to get, let's see, I reckon Beth could be a pretty good herbalist. So if you wouldn't mind getting on that, that would be great. We'll let them do their thing. I'm also going to give them an order to start chopping down trees. So start gathering resources from that big old group of trees right there. And we can also grab some of the resources just lying about here, because we can also go to these bushes just here and get some berries from them, which is going to be a little bit of extra food. Looks like there's some bushes in this area as well, which is going to be a bit of extra food as well, which is beautiful. And some over there as well, which I just said as well way too many times. But that's going to be a nice amount of food coming in there. So whilst they head off to do that, I am going to set up some stockpiles. I want a nice big 20 by 20 stockpile there with nothing on it but resources. I want a nice big 20 by 20 stockpile there with nothing but construction items. I want another one just there with nothing but tools and goods. We can get another one over there with nothing but food and drink, and then another one just here with wealth on it, which means all of our things are going to be nicely spread out amongst these huge stockpiles. Now, that's not a permanent solution, but that'll do for the time being. Now, let's go ahead and get some farms in here. We are going to need a few. We are going to get some 5 by 5 fields with turnips. We are gonna get some carrots, and we're also gonna get some pumpkins. And in a little bit, we can go ahead and expand the farm, the amount of farms we have, once we've got these initial crops all planted. So there's gonna be a lot of wood coming in, which is gonna be good as well. I'll show you about the map though. So this is the map we're dealing with. A lot of open space, but we do have a reasonable range of hills and mountains just here, so we're going to get plenty of resources from that, and it's not too far away from us either. We do have as well this island, which I'd really like to get to at some point, so that's kind of my goal. My goal is to get out to the island and see what we can do. But, oh, a grizzled traveler. Just celebrated Embarkation Day, huh? Well, buck up. You look like you could really benefit from something tasty. How about a basket of turnips and a basket of berries? Yeah, that'll do. That seems like a pretty good range of things. Let's go ahead then and get my workers to do some stuff. So my carpenter needs to get a workbench. He's then at some point going to have to make a weaver's spindle. I would like you to make me 5 wooden practice swords. I'd like you to make me 2 farmer's hoes. And another one of the herbalist staffs. We'll probably want a mason's hammer and chisel at some point too. And you can also get around to making me, as soon as possible, about 10 beds. So you're going to be super busy for a while. The herbalist is going to make a herbalist's lab and then be told to start making about 15 small healing tonics once everything has been placed. Obviously, they're going to be kind of busy for a little while. But we can go ahead and immediately place down the carpenter's bench. We can get the herbalist lab just in there as well. So we'll go ahead and rotate that a little bit and throw it into that spot. And they can pretty much immediately go ahead and get to work, which is going to be some beautiful stuff. I'm also noticing my farmer isn't really doing anything to do with farming. So let's go ahead and designate a couple more farm areas here. We'll get more turnips. we can get more carrots, and we can get more of the pumpkins going as well. So that'll keep the farmer busy, and I'm hoping that by staggering the placement of those zones, we can possibly keep him running really, really efficiently there. We'll certainly see either way, but that is my hope. Terry is carpenter level 1 already. Beautiful. That's exactly what I want to see. So if we have a look at carpenter level 1, that does mean he can immediately get on with the weaver's spindle and the wooden practice sword, which is going to be very, very good. We are going to want to get those. He's actually working on the weaver's spindle already. So now that everybody's doing some stuff, now that they all have a bit of work to do, and now that we have quite a few resources there, I do want to come over to this space here, and I do want to start mining out basically a quarry. So I think a big old 20 by 40 quarry, 20 by whatever that is. I think that could be just a great big quarry right there. And I think that'll be really, really useful to have, because we can just keep going deeper and deeper with it. And eventually, we'll get some stone from it. And that'll be good. I do think that'll be pretty good. Herbalist level 1 is a pretty good thing. It's on my throat, just did a really weird thing there. Herbalist level 1 is going to be pretty good to have. Let's also get some more berries just there. And I guess I should take a moment as well to explain what's a little bit different in Alpha 20. So, basically, there is town morale. My citizens are currently content. Every citizen has a mood. For example, Terry here is also content, and he's doing all right, but they're all going to be a little bit annoyed tomorrow when they wake up after sleeping on the ground, because they don't really have any beds, they don't have any shelter, they don't feel secure, all of that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my best... Who's good with body? Barry and Gary are pretty good with their body. So that's an interesting sentence. So we'll get them to become footmen, which seems like a pretty good idea. So there we go. You are now a footman. That will help us stay relatively protected. Now you guys are doing a pretty good mining job there. I think you will go a bit deeper with the mining eventually. But this will get us some resources that are going to be very, very important to have. So once they're done with the mining job, I would like to start construction on a facility. And that facility is going to be one that I've actually built before. Sorry, not one that I've built before in... Oh, apparently I haven't actually saved it. That's curious. I could swear I did save them. Okay, well, I can reconstruct it myself whilst they're doing the mining. I can show you the rough design of this building. That's a little bit annoying, but not too much of a big deal. So, we're going to go in here with a bit of foundation. What we're going to do is go 7 by, I'll say 3. That seems fine. I want to go like that, and I want to go like that. So that's going to give us a nice big space. We're going to go 12 that way. We're going to come in 2 on either side. Then we're going to go about 4. And then we're going to go full size again and along about 12. Then just a little bit at the back of the building as well to decorate it slightly, I suppose. So this is going to be, I should explain, a joint dining hall and sleeping quarters. And that looks like it's off-center. Is that off-center? Absolutely. How did I manage that? How did I manage to get that so badly off-center? Jesus. So that's 5 on that side. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that needs to go there. So that's central. That's fine. So it's going to be a joint sleeping and dining hall, which is actually pretty good because it means that they're not too far away from where they sleep when they're eating, and they're not too far away from where they eat when they're sleeping. And then storage is basically going to go on building next to that. But storage is going to be interesting as well, and probably not something we build in this episode, probably the next one. My plan is that we're going to have a building with 8 different sections and then one big central area for storage. Each individual section around the storage is going to be for one of the crafting professions in the game, which I think is a pretty cool way to do things. So let's get some walls on this. We'll go with that material. The columns, I think I want them to be maybe cork. Could be interesting. I'm kind of leaning towards blue, to be honest. I think royal blue looks quite nice. So we're obviously going to want to put a door in this. We'll go for... Can I get a double door? Ooh, I can, but it wouldn't be central. We'll go for a single door there. And then I'm obviously going to want some windows as well. So we'll get some windows just around there and not quite there. We'll get one on that side. Then we're going to want some windows just around the whole thing as well. It's not the most secure building if it has these tall windows, because I'm pretty sure you can... I think enemies can go through them. I'm not certain, but I think it's going to look better if it has windows than it would without the windows. So we're going to do it anyway. We'll go ahead and get a window just there, and another one there, and another one there, and there. Not bad. What's in the daily update? We don't have enough food, and we also don't have the net worth, so that's fine. It wouldn't have mattered if we even did have the food. So now that those are all placed, we're obviously going to want to get some lights around here. So let's get a couple of wall lanterns. We'll get one above the door. I'd like to get one there as well. And on that bit, I'd like a couple of wall lanterns just on the sides of the building too, because I think that's going to look really, really good if we just light up all of the exterior of the building. So just a little something like that, and along here as well. Then we're obviously going to want some lanterns inside too. So get some lanterns on all of the inner corner pillars, just like this. And the whole thing is going to be lit up really, really nicely. It's going to look absolutely wonderful in here. And hopefully, it's going to keep my Hearthlings nice and happy. I don't think they are affected by the environment, but if they were, they would love it in here. So now that the lights are placed, there's not really much more decoration I want. I could put a safety standard in here, which might be a good idea. It might be a good idea to say, hey, flee to the middle of this building, but I should probably put the furniture in first. So the beds are gonna go like this. So one there and there. And that's not ideal spacing, but it will work. And then there and there. Then I can certainly get one in the middle there. And... I mean, I could put them right up against each other, but I think I'll just do that kind of thing. It's a little bit more cramped there, but that's probably all right as long as they don't get stuck in that area, which is actually kind of a concern. We'll get more beds just down there and there. And then a couple more beds over on this side as well. And the reason we're putting beds around the whole space, even though that's more beds than we actually need, is quite simply because I think it's probably a good idea. That's basically that. I'm also going to put a bed out there because I kind of want to space these out a little bit differently. So that's going to be rotated to go there. And that one is going to go there. So I think that spacing's better. That's 10 beds surrounding that whole space. I think that'll be fine. That's a bit of future-proofing there. It means we can get 3 more Hearthlings and we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, Quarry's still going strong. That's fine. Next, I would like to get a dining table. So... I think the dining table can go just pretty much straight down the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll go for 7. Then just put a bunch of chairs on either side of it, and it's going to be a great little place for all of the Hearthlings to... That's not placed correctly. To enjoy a meal. And it means, again, we're sort of future-proofing here because it means there's plenty of space for a whole bunch of Hearthlings to enjoy themselves a nice, fine meal. Get a couple of chairs at the ends as well, because we might as well. And then I think I just want some decoration. So I want to put, like, one of these in here. I think that would look really nice. Just, oh, that doesn't actually sit central either. That's not good. Does that sit central? Not really. Okay, well, that's a bit of a pain. Could get a table for 1. Could get a comfy... Well, actually, we can't really get a comfy chair. Let's put a chair there and there. Let's also put some chairs there and there. And I think that'll be okay. I think that's probably fine. We can get a chair just on either side of the door as well. Just for places for them all to sort of sit and socialize, I guess. I don't think they do actually socialize, but that's fine. So that's going to be the joint sleeping and dining halls. So now that that's done, we can say that we are... finished with the design. So if I just click... Oh, it doesn't have a roof, actually. That's probably quite important. So we'll get a roof like that. We'll make it a little bit offset, make it a bit lower, but make it taller. And that looks pretty good to me. I do quite like that. So I would say, unless I wanted a blue roof, which I don't think I think, you know what, let's go for a blue roof. Let's go for a blue roof. It's a bit more stone, but that's fine. So this is going to be not storage at all. It's going to be dorm/dining hall, which seems fine by me. So I'd like to save this building, which is dorm and dining hall. Like so. So that should have now saved as a template I can place again. And we can start building it. I think that's maybe a good idea to get it built before we finish the quarry. Because we do have enough stone, I think. But having this kind of place is going to be super important because it means that they will have somewhere to sleep. It means they're going to have somewhere to eat. And I reckon they'll like it. It's a bit of a hefty build project, but I reckon they'll like it. I reckon it's going to be good. So let's have a little look and see what else we can do in here. So what are you currently queued to do? You're going to make all the stuff for that facility. You're still making all of that. You are level 1, but not level 2, which is fine. Let's see. We have more jobs going, don't we? I mean, we have the ability to promote people into... Yeah, we could get a mason if we wanted to. Which I would admittedly quite like, but I don't think we have enough people, and I don't really want to take people off of building right now, because this is going to take a while to build. So I think what we'll do is just prioritize building, and where are you all off to? Oh, you're all going to go eat. Fair enough. Interesting that you're all eating that when we've got food sat right there. It also looks like some of this might be ready to harvest. Yeah, the pumpkins are ready to be harvested. The turnips are ready. I'm slightly concerned that my farmer might not be harvesting. What do you do? Right, you're going for a sleep. That's fine. You are a bit tired. You're still content, though, so that's fine. No worries. No worries at all. And by the way, if this happens to be the first time you've watched a Stonehearth video or the first time you've seen this game, it is a bunch of fun, but there's one thing in particular, and if you've seen me play this before, you'll know what it is. There's one thing in particular that I adore about this game, and it's to do with construction. You're gonna see it in a moment once they start putting up the walls. Basically, not to spoil it, but I'm gonna spoil it, they build scaffolding. Once they get these pillars up, you'll see when it comes to filling in the walls, there they go. They're building scaffolding because they can't just float up the walls. They actually have to climb the little ladders and all that stuff. And I think they did change it in Alpha 20, or at least they're planning to, I think. I don't know if they have changed it yet. But scaffolding used to actually take wood. You actually had to use resources to build the scaffolding. You did eventually get the wood back because scaffolding's temporary, but you did have to use wood to build the scaffolding. It doesn't look like you have to anymore, though. Although I could be wrong. It's difficult to tell. They're moving pretty quick, and I don't really want to slow it down because this is going to take so long to do. So, daily update is here. We have enough food. We don't quite have the net worth, though. Which is certainly a shame, but not really that much of a surprise. Let's go ahead and get a gathering thing going for all of this area, too. So that we can get them to bring that net worth up just a little bit more. Anyone mining? Not currently, that's fine. Carpenter level 3 already. Not bad, Terry. You go, fella. You're doing pretty good. As for the rest of you, you are sort of taking your time when it comes to filling in that floor. Rufus Garrow has wares to sell. Rufus, mate, I honestly don't want any of what you're selling. I just don't have any need for it. No need in the slightest. But thank you. That's a very kind offer. Very kind of you to stop by. But bugger off, mate, and don't come back, because I'm probably never going to buy anything off of you ever. Because I have the ability to make a mason. We just don't have enough hearthlings yet. But we will have enough hearthlings soon, because they're going to go out and do some stuff. We also have a lot of food, which is nice. I think I might actually get my farmer to do more stuff. Because I realized that I think staggering these out is a good idea. I also think getting Silkweed, Brightbell, and Frost Snap is going to be a good idea, because those are actually resources that we can turn into things. And Brightbell is going to be needed by the herbalists. And then Frost Snap is also used by the herbalist as well. So I think it'll be good to have those. Did I mention why we had a herbalist, by the way? I don't know if I did. But in case I did, this is a reminder. And if I didn't, then this is an explanation. Basically, combat is enabled. This is normal difficulty. So there will be raids from golems and ents and monsters and goblins. So I figured that getting a herbalist early, speak of the devil and he shall appear, getting a herbalist early means that we can get a cleric sooner. And a cleric is basically a healer that will follow my troops into battle and, well, heal them. Simple as that. So I figure having a herbalist from the get-go means we can just do that quicker. Now, speaking of the herbalist, I would like him to, or her, I do believe, to level up fairly soon. Unfortunately, that's not really happening. We do need to get more herbs. So hopefully we can do that fairly soon as well. There are plenty lying about. So maybe we go and, say, gather those. Because I want the herbalist to do some good work. I really, really do. I really want to get them to a cleric as soon as I can. It does mean that we're going to need to get a blacksmith as well. It means we're going to need to get ourselves some iron and all that because we need to get a trapper's knife. A trapper, by the way, is someone that will trap animals, hence the name. And then we can get leather from the various animals. So hopefully that's a thing we can do. Hopefully we can get around to doing that soon enough because we do need leather to help us make the book, which lets someone become a cleric. That said, I suppose I could probably buy it as well, so it's not the end of the world if we don't get a trapper soon enough. It would just be preferable to buying the materials, but I mean, I've probably got stuff I can sell one way or another. So I'd say we're probably fine. We'll probably be relatively okay. That's the dream anyway. That's certainly the hope. Did I make this central? I actually did. I made that central with oh no, I didn't. There was no way that could have been central. It was nearly central, but just not perfectly. That's fine. That's no big deal at all. So we should be getting a daily update in just a second. We should find out if we're gonna get another Hearthling today. I'm kind of hoping we do, because it would mean that construction could go a little bit quicker. Let's have a look. And we are absolutely getting another Hearthling. We have Lorna. All right, Lorna. That's fine. You are the only person with a surname. And that's fine. That's fine. Boltus is this. That's an interesting surname. A merchant has arrived. Okay, you're not really selling anything I'm interested in other than the padded vest, which would add a little bit of defense to Barry. But there's nothing I can... Well, actually, no, I tell a lie. I could sell these fine wall lanterns because we're not going to use them. Because we've set it to use regular wall lanterns for the lights in this building. So let's buy that armored vest. And that's it. So Barry is going to go and grab that, put it on, and he's going to be slightly more defended against any attacks, which is good. I'd also like to go to here and tell my herbalist to work on some bandages. So if we can maintain a stock of 5 of those, I think that would be pretty good. That might also be enough to level the herbalist up a little bit. We'll soon find out. And it does look like they're bringing down the scaffolding in this building, which means that they're going to start putting the roof on the building. So they're very nearly done, which is kind of exciting. That is all sorts of exciting. They're putting the windows in. Looks like they're going to need to put the tables in at some point, which they haven't done yet for some reason. I did tell them to put the tables in, right? Yeah. Not quite sure why those aren't in yet, but I will say that blue roof is actually much nicer than I thought it would be. I am actually quite pleased with that. That's not a bad looking building. The original one of these I made didn't have a blue roof, it had a brown roof. So this is a nice little upgrade, I think. I'm quite enjoying this. Herbalist is making some stuff. How close are you to leveling up by any chance, Beth? How are we looking? So you are not as close as I'd like. You're getting there, but it is going to be a while before you level up. So let's make sure that you are, you know, keeping up with the work and all of that. I think we'll get you to make me another 10 small healing tonics. So if you wouldn't mind getting onto that, that would be absolutely excellent. Because then it's not going to be too long before you can become a cleric. And then you can go into battle as well, and you can keep my footmen alive. Which I will want to get another one of. I absolutely will want to get more footmen. But I think 1 footman for the first few days is probably okay. Slash, hopefully okay. We will certainly find out. One way or another, we'll find out. Whether we die, whether we live, I don't know, but, I mean, we'll figure it out. It would also be nice if we could haul all of that wood into the stockpiles, but I mean, I get why they're not doing it. They're all kind of super busy with construction. But they'll be done with that soon. That's not going to take too long at all. Oh man, I love that building. I really do. I'm super excited to see all of the lights on it as well. That's going to be really nice. They actually have put the lights inside as well. Oh, look at this. That's really nice. I love the aesthetic of this game. I love just the graphics and the style of it and all that. It's really, really nice. How's your experience going there, Beth? You're nearly there. Like 2 more things, 2 more of those potions, and you absolutely will level up. Which means you're well on the way to becoming a cleric. So, what are you doing? What are you doing, Beth? I have no idea where she just went or what she just did. Oh, I think the building's done. Yeah, they're taking the scaffolding down, so it's just the lights in the door that all need to go in now. Not bad. Not bad at all. That said, we are probably due another attack fairly soon. I'm pretty sure any second we should have another one. Oh, oh, bolt of leather. Yes, please. Give me one of those. Because if we go to here, now you need to be level 2 to build that, but we do not have a bolt of leather. So get me one of those. Then close that. So, oh, hello. Not enough food, but the net worth is there. That's fine. Okay. So it really shouldn't be long before we can get the cleric. If I could get a cleric in, like, part 1, that would be kind of amazing. That would be pretty cool to get a cleric in part 1 of this. Because it's so important to get healers in your combat parties. So I would absolutely love to get a cleric. That said, I can't help but notice that herbalist is... you've maintained your stocks, haven't you? Or you can't build that for some reason. I mean, you could go and get those, but you're not doing that. So fair enough. I mean, take your time. I appreciate that they're putting the lights in the building, but I feel like there's more important things to be getting done here. Oh, there we go. Invaders approaching. So that's going to be some stonelings. That's no problem. We can have Barry, I think. I think it was Barry. We can have Barry go and attack those. There we go. That's Barry out to do his job. And yeah, that's going to be easy enough. So when you make that, you should level up, right? Yeah, herbalist level 2. Beautiful. So what are you going to work on now? You are going to work on that. I'd rather you worked on that, though. I would rather you got the clerics thing made. Because it means that you can... you're going to work on it. Good. It means you can go ahead and actually become a cleric. So, come on, get it done. Any second. There we go. All right, so you should be able to become... You can become a cleric, right? I can go to Beth and say, yeah, cleric. Amazing. So Beth is now going to follow Barry and keep him alive. And that seems like a good thing to me. Now, what I would like to do, since they are both incapable of building or mining, is I'm going to turn them off of their job for a while, because what they'll do is start hauling stuff. And since there's so much wood out here to haul, that actually seems like a pretty good idea to me. So we'll have those two just move stuff around for a while. And that will help us, regardless of it not seeming all that useful. Now let's go ahead and put a ladder in that corner, because that's going to be a good way to get people out of this quarry when it's done. I'm not quite sure how deep this quarry actually is. I'm pretty sure it is 4 blocks deep, but they're only mining the top 3 at the moment for some reason. Either way, that's not so bad. And this building is not completely done, which makes me so happy. Look at this interior. It is adorable. I also love that they sit in the little benches neat as well. Yeah, it's adorable in here. I absolutely love it. Man, it's so good. And then there's the lights coming on, which makes it even better. If we pause the game for a second, like this is the proper interior. You can get a proper glimpse of what it's like to be in here. This is it from the outside with the lights on. It's so nice. I do want to move the fire pit, I think, to the front of the door. And I'm going to move the camp standard as well, because that's where they're going to flee to at the moment in a moment of attack. So the camp standard can actually just go sit there, which means they'll go sit inside that building if they get attacked. Which seems fine to me. I don't mind that too much. Now you guys are about to finish mining all of that out. Are you going to mine any lower, or is that it? Oh, that's it. That is actually it. Okay. Interesting. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is mine the rest of this, like so. And we're just going to leave that little bit in the corner so I can put a ladder on that to help them get down even further. Not bad. So some of them are hauling stuff. That's fine. And you are immediately... Oh, no, never mind. You've given up on the mining. Oh, no, you're getting back to the mining. Good. You're a little bit confused there, but you seem to be keen. So that's all I can ask for. Let's get a ladder into that corner so they can immediately get out of there. And there we go. All right. Well, ladies and gents, I reckon I'm gonna leave it there for today. I would say things are going extremely well for New Nerdingham. I'm actually really pleased with this. We've got our building. We do need to get the storage thing that I mentioned and the work facility thing that I mentioned. But this is pretty cool. This is an adorable little building. The hearthlings are being adorable as they usually do. And we have a quarry well underway. Now, obviously, I do still want to get to this island over here. But for the time being, I'm going to leave it there. So thank you kind of for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.